Hi guys, this is my cat Tilly, and you won't be seeing me in this video, so I thought I'd show you her, because she's lovely. She's being a cutie at the moment. Right, so this is a video showing you my bedroom, because I did the March organisation challenge, which meant that I had to organise my room because it was in a huge mess before. It was really disorganised, there were piles of stuff everywhere, it was really messy, and I could never get on top of it. So I thought, right, I'm going to use March as the month I'm going to blitz my room. I'm going to get it done, and I'm just going to use it as an opportunity to make my room as organised as possible so that in the future I don't have to use my time to try to tidy it. It will be kind of tidy most of the time, and if it's not, it will be easy to tidy it because there will be places for things to go and I just won't let it get that messy. So I use that month to really organise, put things in the right places, find the right places for things, sort out things that I've been avoiding for a while, and I'm really pleased with what I managed to do. I haven't been able to sort everything because a lot of the things that I've got to do are an ongoing project, stuff that I will only be able to do over a few months. There's one main project which I'll tell you about in a minute, but yeah, it is a process, but I have done the majority of my room. I did get it all done by the last day of March, so I'm really pleased with that because I managed to meet the deadline of the project, of the challenge. So I just have these ongoing projects that are remaining, and it doesn't mean that I didn't manage to finish the challenge. I did, but oh, she's kissing me. But I just have kind of these longer lasting projects that will take me a few months to do, and the rest of it, as I'm sure you will see in a second after we've stopped watching Tilly, is pretty organised and pretty tidy, I think. I haven't tidied my room very much today just because I didn't want you to see it like it's a show home or like it's a room that isn't lived in. I wanted to show you it as it normally looks because I don't like seeing those houses in those magazines where they look like show homes, they look like no one lives in them. I wanted you to see my room as it normally is. So this is my room, and if you've seen my blog post of what it looked like before, you will see that there is a marked difference. So we'll start at my desk area because this is the area I started at last time. As you will remember from my blog post, my desk used to be a dumping ground. It used to be the place where I just chuck anything that I didn't want to deal with, and it was piled high. It was mountains of rubbish, and I felt such a sense of accomplishment when I managed to clear it, and I love it being organised. This looks a bit messy at the moment, but it isn't. This paperwork here is all stuff I've got to do this weekend. That stuff there I've got to find a home for, but it isn't too bad. And there's things at the back there like post-it notes, my keyboard and mouse, which I sometimes use with my laptop at my desk, and some shelves. So those, you know, it's a really clear relatively clear space at the moment, but it is organised. This is all relating to one subject. It's all stuff I've got to do in the next few days, so it will be clear again, and then I can put more stuff that is relevant to projects I'm doing next week on here. It's less disorganised than it looks. This is the shelf above my desk, which used to also be a dumping ground and is now organised. These journals usually aren't here. That's where I put my laptop when I'm working at my desk, so it doesn't take up room on my desk. And then I've got other things like souvenirs and stuff on here, some stationery over there, and then some more shelves up here. And then I've got my pink and blue shelves, which weren't that disorganised before, but I've just rearranged them so that they suit my needs better. I've also got some things under my desk there, which are out of the way, but I know what's under there and what I need to do with them. Then I've got this area here, which in here are my unused A5 to A4 notebooks. There are my unused smaller notebooks, and over there are my unused folders and more paper and that kind of thing. And then my academic books. And then this stuff on the floor here is all my uni work from the past 4 years, which I have to scan. And this is my major project. It's ongoing. It's going to take me months to do because my scanner is really old and it kind of makes a funny noise after about 30 pages. So I don't want to break it, and I can only scan about 30 pages every time I do it. So I can't do it very often, and I can't do much at a time, so it is going to take me a while. But I do know what's in each of these containers, and I'm going to get it done. So it's less disorganised than it looks. And I think the key thing about my room now is, even if there are piles on the floor like this one, which is scrap paper and other things like folder dividers and stuff, I know what I need to do with them, and I'm not ignoring them. These are my handbags and things. I'm not ignoring them. They are going to get done. So it's just a case of me getting round to them. I've got a list in my Filofax, which means that I'm going to do them when I have the time and not ignore them like I used to. That's my wardrobe, my chest of drawers, my bathroom, which I won't be showing you because it needs cleaning. And there, underneath the bin, I used to have a pile of old receipts and stuff. So that is gone. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not piling stuff up on the floor that I'm just going to ignore. And down here I used to have boxes and boxes of little bits of stuff that I never wanted to deal with. This box here does have that kind of thing in, but I had 4 or 5 boxes of them before, and now I've got one. And that is going to get tackled one day. When I work out where to put the stuff, that is going to get done. And then the floor will be clear over here. And that's the point. As long as the floor is clear, my room seems tidy, and then that makes me want to tidy the areas that aren't tidy anymore, like on my surfaces, and it's just a perpetual cycle of me being able to tackle things because it doesn't look like such a big job. And then that's my bed, and I used to have some stuff down here as well. That is a box of containers that I can use to organise stuff, but I don't really know what to use them for yet. There's some CDs I need to copy up onto my computer. There's Tilly again. And my coffee table looks a bit messy at the moment, but it isn't that bad. It's actually this stuff over here I'm either using or I know what I'm doing with, and I've just got to get around to doing it probably tonight. So that's not too bad. It does look a bit disorganised, but it isn't. I promise. That's my craft area, which you've seen before. And down on the floor here I have some Filofax, old papers, old pages that I need to sort out. The stuff on this pile I've sorted through and are in size order, and I've just got to find containers for them. And the stuff in that one there needs sorting, and that is a good box to put A5 refills in. So that all is getting sorted. It's on my list on my Filofax. I'm not ignoring it. I'm doing it when I can, and so I am tackling things a bit at a time. So that's my room. Short video because my battery's running out, but there you go. I have got other things to do, like I've got a load of boxes of stuff under my bed which are going to be done. I've got things like, you know, summer clothes to bring out and winter clothes to put away. I'm going to rearrange my books on my shelf. I'm going to scan what's in those folders and in my schoolwork that's under here. Obviously I'm scanning all this stuff. I want to find a new place for my handbags. They normally sit behind the door, but I've closed the door at the moment. So it's not too bad. I love it. I love my room. It is much more tidy and much more organised than it normally is, so I'm really pleased about that. And I've got stuff behind the wardrobe that gets sorted about once a month. It does look a bit messy under there, but it's out of sight, out of mind at the moment. But it is all in a big list in my Filofax, which I don't ignore. I make sure I implement those things into my weekly to-dos, and I usually do them on the days when I've told myself to do them, although they are sort of things that I want to not do, but I do force myself to do them. And it's just a case of, I've got this far, I've got places for everything now, and it's just a case of keeping my room tidy and organised. So that's what I've managed to do, and I'm really proud.